Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So as you can see behind me, the car is looking a little hazy because I started wet sanding it and I did start to try and buff out those sand scratches. So I got out a little bit of the dirt nib and I tried to buff it, and then I couldn't get out any of the 2000 grit sand scratches. I mean, some of it came out. I mean, the hazing came out, but then if you look on an angle or if you look in the light, there's a whole bunch of the sand scratches that I put on here. I thought, oh, maybe it's just, now that the clear coat's super clear and there's not much orange peel, it could see through and maybe these were in the base. But no, I did little circular sands all over here and I did buff it. And after I buffed this, it showed the swirly sand scratches. So I'm using the Griots, this DA polisher here that I borrowed from my brother. And I was using some, I guess, the more aggressive pads, the compounding pads, and all that, and it didn't work. So I couldn't buff it properly. So tomorrow my friend's gonna be coming by, so he's gonna take a look for me. He's like a Red Seal painter, he works at a shop and all that stuff. So he's gonna take a look at my paint, and he's gonna give me some advice on how to fix it. And he's gonna also bring his rotary buffer, and we're gonna probably try that on here. And hopefully, one way or another, we're gonna be able to buff it out. Maybe it's just that the compound I'm using is not aggressive enough. I'm using M105 Meguiar's compound, and from what I've read on the forums and everything, it should take out all the sand scratches. I mean, it's supposed to take up to 1300 grit sand scratches. I'm sanding in 2000. I even sanded all the way up to 5000 grit yesterday, and I wasn't able to get the scratches out. So I'm just gonna put the sanding and polishing on hold for now. And today I'm going to be working on basically my side molding and the mirrors. So the mirrors have, like, inside here, it snapped off a piece. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to JB Weld a whole bunch of little plastic pieces. So I think this one has a little flap back here that snapped off as well. And this is the side molding stud that I snapped, which I'll be using JB Weld to glue a new one on. It should be good enough with JB Weld, but I got some new studs, and I'm gonna also be fabbing up some the rear center garnish, bolts studs. I'm gonna be fabbing some of those up so that I have spares for my center garnish. So I'll show you guys how to make those as well. But maybe I won't be making those today. I'll be making them in another video or something like that. But today I'm going to be definitely working on the molding and the mirrors because it just needs JB Weld to do that. Making those clips requires me to weld. So let's just get to work and I'll show you guys the process. All right guys, so these are the studs that I got. They're M4 studs and they fit on the bolt that goes on here. They fit on those. These are M4 and I guess 10 millimeter in length. So these are perfect for this and for the center garnish. So I got these on AliExpress. They weren't overly expensive, comes in a bag. So you could easily get, I guess, there's 20 pieces here. So I could make a lot of those clips with just a bag of these. But you obviously need sheet metal. But I'm gonna be using these to glue it onto here. So because the stud is rounded, as you can see, I'm going to need to basically cut some slits in here so the JB Weld has something to bite onto. As well, I'm going to be trying to grind down all the inside here to as clean as possible, clean it all out with some maybe isopropyl alcohol or some degreaser or Windex, whatever it is, blow it out, then I'm going to stick the JB Weld on there. That should be able to fix this part. And this isn't really overly tight anyways, so as long as it bites on there and it sticks, then we're good. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to get my Dremel tool out and we're going to just grind this down. So I'm going to start off by using a wire brush and just wiring the inside here. As you can see, the rust came off of that, so it's nice and clean now. Now I'm going to switch this over to a grinding bit. All right, so a grinding stone doesn't fit in there, so I'm using a bit like this that cuts, I think, and I'm going to grind down that inside stud a little bit. All right, I think it's pretty flat now. I will blow it out in a sec with some compressed air. There's a dot on the back here, so I'm gonna cut this down too. Grinding stone is perfect for that. And there he goes, quite flat. Let's see if it'll stand on its own now. That stands better. There you go. So now I'm just going to be cutting some slits all around the circle edge. So I'm going to need to either file slits in there or use a cutting disc. So as you can see, I cut little slits in there. This is so that the JB Weld has something to bite onto. So now I'm going to just blow out that molding with some compressed air so that it's nice and clean in there. And then I'm going to get some isopropyl alcohol and just clean the inside really good. Wipe it down, and then we can apply the JB Weld. But before I do that, I'm going to probably sand down the mirrors too. So with the mirrors, I'm just going to use some sandpaper. Alright, now it's time to mix up the JB Weld. Now I'm just going to fill that hole up with JB Weld. Just going to make sure it's straight. I'm going to tape it down so that it's held in place until it's secured. So there you go. It's in there. We'll just wait for it to cure. Now let's work on the mirrors. This. That's basically it for now. We're just gonna have to wait for it to cure. So guys, it's another day now, and the JB Weld has already cured. I've already reassembled the mirrors and also the molding piece. The bolt threads on there, no problem. I'll show you guys real quick of what it looks like now. But basically, you can repair a whole bunch of plastic stuff with JB Weld. It actually works really well. So here we go, guys. The mirror is fully assembled. As well, here is the nut for this piece. Let me position this. So right here, I could just thread this on. This was the repaired one. You can see the JB Weld there. And this is a new nut. And it threads on there nice and smooth. So that's basically how you would repair your molding if this stud snaps, which is pretty common. It does snap. So there you go, guys. So a nice simple process on how to repair, I guess, the stud on the side molding, as well as any little plastic bits that might break. So JB Weld works really well. It's way better than the clear Gorilla epoxy that I use. But anyways, guys, I hope this video helps you guys out. And if you haven't already, please comment, like, and subscribe, and share my videos. As always, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.